All right, friends, Redden here. Just wanted to provide this video for a little bit of help to set up a Google Classroom in case we have the need for some online lesson provisions. So bear with me. We're just going to go through this on my computer. So normally when you're coming up, obviously this is on a Mac here, but it's going to be the same view basically if you're on any desktop. So we know the love of our email and we're used to this view. So when we come up into the apps, for most of us, it should just be right up here up front, the Google Classroom. As I pull it up, this will be the view once you've set up some classrooms. Right now it probably is just a blank screen. You'll come over to the right-hand corner to the plus sign, and this is where you will go to create your class. This will also be the place where your students will join the class, but I will go over that later. Creating the class is pretty easy peasy. Come on in, class name is a Redden Google Time. If you have multiple sections, like I know most of us do through the 3 to 5 grade band, you can list it as your sections. So I'm going to make this 503, subject, learning time, room, our own homes. Okay, so class will then be created, labeled as such. Maybe. Here we go. And then the classroom is just going to pop up first. So not to be overwhelmed by anything, especially right now, since we're just trying to get these set up. You can, of course, change the photo up here. You can adjust the way some of this looks. But the important part is going to be obviously what you're putting in. So here we have our basic stream, which is just like how you would be usually seeing most of your social media. As things pop up, it'll be here as like a list of things that you've been working on. Classwork in particular, you can create, as it says, assignments and questions, different topics. There's ways to just do questions that the kids can answer back and forth to one another, can send to you. Once they have come into the classroom, after you've invited them, you'll see your whole roster right here. And then there's even more in a later time that we can go on about how this can also get grades for you. In the stream, the easiest thing first is just to show a quick way to add things. So it stays right here. You can choose once you've made multiple classes if you want it for just the one or all three. If you're looking for all students, that's going to be as we go. And then sharing something with your class. It can be something as simple as a message that you post right there, just so you can see how quickly it comes up onto the screen. Next, on this quick add, which is where I just want to start with everything. If we're coming up and we're just trying to get this loaded, here's where you can add things. And we're pretty much all well versed with our Google Drive, so you can just come right into your Google Drive, pop up anything that was recent, your uploads go into your drive, and just add it directly from here. So at that point, we can also add things like links if you're trying to send them basically to something that is like Prodigy Math, or you're just trying to get them to another place, but keeping them straight through the classroom, I think is really important. Making sure that they're starting here and coming back here. It's just a nice organized way so that they're not getting lost with a list of links in an email. Same thing, you can add a file just like you would in an email, something that's on the desktop, a PDF, or what I think we're all going to end up benefiting a lot from is YouTube videos, whether we're popping up some Bill Nye the Science Guy or some kind of ELA lesson. Anything you need can just be put directly onto your class right here. This can all be done as well through the classwork, this same button, when we get even deeper, and I'll be happy to do more of these and get more intense with any of these things. Assignments, quizzes, questions. The questions I think we're really going to like as we go through, pardon me, because you can change how they answer. So the question is, how do you like Google Classroom? And you can offer them, if it's going to be a short answer, please answer, hi guys, answer in 100 words. Or you can go for multiple choice, and then you add pick an answer. And love it, hate it, And then if you need to add a file, a picture, anything to help them out, we want to get deep. We can add points. We can grade this right here. I'm going to let us be ungraded because it's our first time. You can give yourself a due date, which happens just through picking it on the calendar. And then if you are creating multiple things here, if we're on this for a long time, you'll be able to create topics. I'm going to call it welcome package. Wow, guys, you're just watching me type that out. So we're going to keep it like this. And then you hit the ask button. It will show up on the stream, like your question. This is what you will see. All of your students will be listed here and see who turned it in, how many it was assigned to. They will see it like this. How do you like Google Classroom? Showing about who post-its. They get to pick an answer and they can add a comment if they want. We might want to talk about how you're going to allow commenting. At this point, because we are thinking of distance learning, I think the commenting is going to be really important, but admittedly, it can get away from them. Left-hand corner, going back over, you can always get yourself back to your classroom. Here we are back into the classwork. If I need to create an assignment can be write about your long weekend. Tell us all what you did. Same thing, set up just like the question was. Do we want it to be for all of our classes, one of our classes, all of the students? Maybe this is a 10-point question. I'm going to make it due tomorrow. And under topic, it's still going to be in the welcome package. We can go on even deeper into rubrics that you want to set, but I think simply we can kind of handle that on our own. If you want to add something or create something, I would like them to do this in a Google Doc. So we can go on in, create the Google Doc that we want them to use. What do we call this? Oh no, don't tell me no. I will call it long weekend. We're watching the fun of the internet here. Long weekend. All right, I said it 8 seconds ago. Good. So when we are right here, it will be called long weekend at that point. Here's what we really want to see. One thing is that students can view the file if you just want to show it. My favorite thing is you make a copy for each student. This is the most important part in all the writing assignments that I've done through Google Classroom, because now you have created this document, an individual one for each of your students that you get to see and access. So I'm going to say that I assigned it. And this can happen with an Excel sheet. It can happen with any of those Google products. And then when they go in, I'll show you again on that front stream, which is mainly what they're always going to see. Posted a new assignment. This is what you will see. Again, we don't have any students yet, but their instructions will be as so. I'll go in and click and get their Google Doc. Making it that individual one has been a really big help in my classes. So the important part that we've seen, we've made our classroom. Oof. We have a couple different ways to start getting some things on there. So we might need to build my video. Pardon me for just kind of going around here. So let's do, I just want one on YouTube. So say we want them to watch this Bill Nye video. This can be any of the videos that you're going to end up putting up here for them to learn about.
Safety glasses on.
I'm going to copy that link. I'm going to show you how to share that video. Posting the link there, making sure I have it, because I think this is going to be really nice. and post it. Even if we're just trying to get content to the kids, here's an easy way. And now it's up on the stream. Again, this will be the first thing they see. When it comes up and they refreshed, it's this new video. It's the most recent thing. Let's learn about climate change. Once they click it, it doesn't take them over.
Safety glasses
it
on.
Shows it to them
By the
in
end of
the
this century,
classroom. So that's what I really like, again, is that we're not sending them out to multiple different links and letting them get lost in that, especially for posting YouTube videos. And if you're going to post YouTube videos of yourself, it keeps it right here in the classroom. So now let's back up into our classes, going back to that beginning place, and we're going to have to show how the kids are going to join. So, as we had in the Red and Google time, we're going back into our classroom. You'll notice this area right here where it says class code. This code is what the students will need in order to join the classroom. So I'm also going to make up just a really quick, easy tutorial letter that we can email or send on Remind or Class Dojo or wherever to the parents to let them know that if they haven't already joined a classroom, exactly the steps to take, how to sign into the Google account, and how to join the class. But this will be the code they need, and it will be a separate code for each of your sections. When they are coming in to join, they just go to join class, and all they have to do is put in that code. So it is very important that you're giving the student the correct code for the correct section. That's kind of the only place I've ever had snafus, is that I've accidentally added students to the wrong section. But once they join, they are in. What they will then see is on their Google Classroom, it will come up, Red and Google Time, that looks just like this. They will click on in, and they will see exactly this same thing. I know I went through that kind of quickly, and I just wanted to help to get things like up and running, but I am happy to help anybody that needs to get set up, that wants to go a little deeper, find some more interesting ways to utilize this as we might be far away. So I just thank you for taking the time. There are a lot of tutorials. I'm going to send out some links as well, but sometimes just a friendly voice, I guess, is a way to get through this a little easier. So thanks for joining me.